All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it as always. Yeah, Johnny 308, man, where have you been? Haven't seen any of your comments in a while. Hope you're doing all right. If anything, let me know. Email me at angryprepper@gmail.com if you don't want to discuss it on here. What's going on, Adriana? Thank you for joining me tonight. Everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. Again, appreciate it as always. So, thank you, Michelle, for the 5x5. Another friend for the 5x5. Thank you, guys. Raymond and Scott, thank you for the 5x5. Appreciate it. So, yeah, guys. So today's live stream, we're going to talk about the Ohio River Basin, and we're going to talk about how this basin is a huge problem for a large percentage of people, right? So roughly about 30 million people, or 10% of the U.S. population, which is a lot. And the fact that it provides drinking water for about 5 million people, I think that's going to go up because a lot of places are going to start seeing this shit in the water, right? The chemicals, whatever it is. This is seemingly a bad spot to be in for everyone. Now I know that a lot of people be careful of the what is that, bottled waters, but that's all you're left with now, guys. And yes, I don't trust bottled water either, but it is what it is. You got to drink something. You can't drink your urine. You might be able to do that in a survival situation, which I heard that is not a great thing to do, but nonetheless, guys, it's a shitty situation. So anyway, before we get into it, there was a TikToker. So either Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival or my buddy John, they send me, a lot of people will send me TikTok links, right? And I click it and then it opens it up in my browser. So it's not on my phone. I don't have the TikTok on my phone. This guy was talking about a lot of the chemicals that were on there, and he was talking about the fact that there was oil on there. I forgot what amount he said. I think he said something like 50,000 gallons or some shit like that. And it was a lot, right? And so the oil that's used, it's not like regular, diesel or car oil. It's some kind of other oil that has additives in it, that the additives itself are pretty bad. About as bad as the chemical that was on it. Now, like I said before, there was one forever chemical in that pile. Vinyl chloride, which is bad, wasn't as bad or is not as bad as the other additives that are in the oil that they wind up burying there, right? And then they lit it up, and then we saw what we saw. Again, guys, this is a lot worse than what they're telling us. Again, this TikToker, if I'm not mistaken, I think he's some kind of chemical engineerist or some shit like that. I'm pretty sure I'm making that term up. But he is somebody that knows about chemicals. And he was sort of like breaking it down really quick, or as quick as he could, in a TikTok video. And basically he said, like I said before, like I said in my short, there are chemicals on there that they are not disclosing. So the fact that they're not disclosing these chemicals is a fucking huge red flag. And the fact that the EPA doesn't have to disclose them, the fact that the chemicals in there are proprietary chemicals, meaning the chemical was made by this company and only this company uses this chemical, right? Proprietary. Thank you. Jesus Christ. It took me forever to say that. I can never say that word. Anyway, thank you for the donation, Angry Ginger. Appreciate it. So with that, guys, if they're not if, but the fact that there's a lot of chemicals not being disclosed, what the hell does that mean? That means this situation is a lot worse than they're telling us, like I said before. And the water situation is going to be contaminated for a long time. Put it like this: the additives that are in the oil that was on the train as well, that wasn't disclosed, but it came out anyway. The additives in that oil that make up the oil, hold it together, whatever it is, take forever to break down. So essentially they use forever chemicals, right? Or PFASs in this oil. So another problem, another huge fucking problem, guys. So this is going to again be an ongoing situation for a long time. We will be dead. Our grandkids will probably be dead, and our great great grandkids will probably be dead before this situation even starts to break down the compounds in the oil. So yeah, bad news. Now, really quick, guys, off topic. The commercials in my videos, are they too long? Because I'm looking at the opening commercial for my video and it's still on my iPad. It's like fucking way too long. So if it is too long, then just skip it. Fuck it. Don't, I know, like you watch the videos, it gets us paid. Fuck that bullshit. This is too long. I'm looking at this, I'm annoyed. And also, if another commercial pops up, it's Shen Yun. It's that the China before the communists, like ballet. Skip that shit too. That shit comes on. As soon as you hear wee wee, just fucking skip it. Go to something else. Because this is fucking, these long ass commercials are bad, and anything that fucking represents or resembles China, just skip it. But yes, for the most part, commercials are how we get paid, right? I guess the longer you watch them, not the more money we make, but we make the max. So if you watch them for 20 seconds, that's normally how we get paid. But like I said, anything fucking related to China, just skip the fuck out of it. I can care less at this point. But anyway, with that being said, guys, holy shit, I finally came on. I see myself. But anyway, yeah, Bubble World, right? Now that the water's poisoned, now we're gonna be eating bugs. And we're gonna be drinking water they tell us to drink. Listen, man. What a dude said, you're not making money off me. Well, listen, I also make money for you guys just watching this, so I win either way. Yeah, Shun Yen, right? Isn't it Shen Yun? Right? It's China before, whatever. Doesn't matter. Like I said, you see anything that resembles, just fucking skip it. Skip it. Fuck them. Fuck them and their balleting and their fucking martial arts and their nunchucks, and I'm pretty sure that's none of what goes on in that show, but just skip it anyway. Yes, you get credits after 30 seconds. Thank you, Gene. You get credits after 30 seconds. I think you get full credit after you watch the whole commercial or some shit like that. But yeah, don't suffer through these long-ass commercials. I'm like, yo, they're fucking long. Like, what the fuck, man? Seriously? I'm sitting through this shit. I'm skipping through my own commercials. I'm like, fuck that. So if I'm going to do it, fuck them. It's fucking, it's so silly. I didn't know that. Yes, Angryprepper's on live. I wish I would have known that. I try not to step on other people's toes, but like I said, it's so cluttered now. The live streaming business, it's so cluttered now. It's hard not to step on toes, man. It really is. And I try to tell people ahead of time, no fucking nothing against you. That is some good shit. This is bourbon cream. It's a whiskey cream. These things are fucking awesome. And if that is a chick's drink, then I'm a fucking chick for the next hour. So, no big deal. But so also, guys, what I wanted to talk about tonight, they're rushing, and I spoke about this last live stream Tuesday. Talking about Democrats, right? Yeah, that's the other thing too, guys. If a commercial comes up with Biden and vote for me because I like to trip upstairs and blow shit out of the skies with rocket, skip that commercial too. Matter of fact, guys, anything that is liberal-esque, just skip that commercial. Anything that resembles it, skip it. Fuck them. I don't need to make any kind of money on that bullshit. Seriously, fuck them. Fuck. I'm Mr. Potato Head. I'm running for president. Vote for me. Right? Anything with Kamala Harris, smash your fucking computer. Just smash it. I would say smash it and I'll pay for it, but then somebody will smash it and be like, well, you owe me $500. No, thank you. Colin Gooch. No, this buffalo cream is shit, Mills something another, Millwood, I think. There was another one. I was Beaver something, Beaver Kill or Kill Beaver. That was another bourbon cream. That one's really good. This one's good too. This one's not bad. And listen, like I said, I'm a lightweight, so by the end of this, I should be fucking on the floor. If you don't see me in front of the screen anymore, it's because I'm laying on the fucking ground. Drunk. Nah, just kidding. Maybe I'm not kidding. We'll see. We'll see how this night turns out. But anyone who knows me knows I'm a lightweight. Because I'm a bitch when it comes to drinking. So, guys, before we get into the meat of the show, so, of course, guys, of fucking course, there's a cholera outbreak. So as I'm reading the article, they're like, cholera outbreak. Not even a second paragraph. They're like, we got to create an arm ticket for it. Right out of the gates, man. They're like, we got to create an arm ticket for the cholera virus, bacteria, whatever it is. And I'm like, so last week was the Mossberg arm ticket that they want to create right away. And now they're talking about the cholera. So we're going to see a few outbreaks around the world. And right behind that outbreak, they're going to talk about arm tickets. But, yeah, so keep abreast of what's going on with the new arm tickets that they're creating. I'm going to do a video on the Mossberg and the cholera arm ticket, right? So I'm going to code the shit out of that. I'm also going to do a video on the Angry Truth channel about the arm ticket not protecting us and not doing its job. And another study that came out stating that the mandates for the arm tickets did nothing for the outbreak. Zero. It didn't prevent infection. It didn't do anything. So that's another video I'll be doing probably next week. Janine, I forgot where the outbreak was because I couldn't get past the part where they said, we got to work on the arm ticket right away. As soon as they said that, I was like, shit. Iron Hood, you're right. I should throw a pillow on the floor before I get there. But with my luck, I'll pass out and hit my head on the fucking desk. You'll see a thump and the camera will jump, and that'll be me on the floor. But, yeah. Coloring books. Nice one, Daryl. So, yeah, guys, they're moving fast to push these new arm tickets in the people. Now, the Malmsburg one, they failed the first time. I do not know how they're going to go the second time, but whatever. The cholera one, I didn't even know they had one or that they were working on one. So they're trying to, listen, here's the thing. Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry, if you will, in his world, every last disease had a cure. Every disease. On a molecular structure, if you read a lot of his readings. You cannot vaccinate your way out of everything. It's virtually impossible. With that, guys, scientists are now worried about, because of climate change, they're worried about certain bacteria arising out of the permafrost and creating situations that we are unaware of. We shall see where that goes, and we shall see how far down the road we get before something like that happens. Vision preparedness. I have not heard of that. Is that something I need to look up? Apparently. Pretty sure I will have to. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Does that mean what it sounds like? Turbo cancer? Shit. I gotta look that up, man. Johnny, man, thank you for I was gonna say thank you for the arm ticket. Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. Thanks. Vision preparedness with. All right, man. Thank you. And that's it. The other thing, Vision. You have my fucking number. Yeah, text me. You know, I mean, I know I have yours. I could text you too. But like, if it's something important, fucking, text it out, man. No. But anyway, with that, guys. Also, Baraki, you're gonna love this one, and me and you can have a good debate on this one, Baraki Bay. Bakari Bay. Me and you can have a good debate on this one. but supposedly New York State is working on a New York State Reparations Act. So what they're doing now is they're getting, you know what? I'm going to talk about that on the Angry Truth channel. So that's political. I'll talk about that on the Angry Truth channel. But we can definitely have a good fucking conversation about that, man. Because, Bakari. All right, it's Bakari. Thank you for... He's like, it's Bakari, you fucking idiot. And after I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's Bakari. I'm so stupid. My bad. But yes, the New York State Reparations Act. Holy shitballs, man. That's going to be something very fucking interesting. Because that's going to spark a debate like you wouldn't see. Now, we have a lot of liberals here in New York City. Not so much New York State. So, hold on. I'm writing it down for tonight on the Angry Truth. Hopefully I fucking remember to see it over here on my side. But, yeah, guys, so that's going to be an interesting fucking debate. I don't think there's a lot of debate here in New York, being that every politician is a liberal, even the Republicans here. A New York City Republican is still about as democratic as they come outside of New York, if that makes sense. All right, so, yes, on the Angry Truth channel tonight, guys, we will talk about that. So, yeah, stay tuned. And some of you are thinking to yourself, oh, he's using it as a ploy to get us over to the Angry Truth channel. Yes, sir. That's exactly why I'm doing it. That, and I don't want to be too political on here, because that's why I created that channel. Vision. That's exactly what I thought you were going after. That's exactly what so I was fucking right. I said this before. Actually, no. Sorry. So a few of you guys, you know what? We'll talk about it real quick. The arm ticket speeding up cancer rates. Now, some of you guys told me this shit almost 2 years ago. And I remember saying that's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard. Well, guess what? A lot of you guys are right. You were right. So I do apologize if I motherfucked anybody and said that was stupid. I apologize for that. Because you guys are right. This thing is supercharging cancer. And we're seeing it firsthand, guys. How many of you guys know people who've developed cancer after taking the... Right? Sparkles 99. Yes, Dr. Campbell talks about it. And Ten Penny Cook, Dr. Sherry Ten Penny Cook, she talked about it as well. So when she started talking about it is when I started listening. Before that, when everybody else was talking about it, I'm like, that is the dumbest thing. And now I'm like, they were right. You know? Add love. Yes, not to mention subtly. Exactly. Listen, guys. So here's my... I know I've gone on my race rants before and black this and, you know, we don't need help. And here's the reason. Here's the real reason why I'm no longer looking at race as an issue, because we have bigger fucking issues headed this way, guys. I can fucking care less about color of skin. We have a fucking fight headed our way. And Negroes and white folks or crackers are going to have to join together and become one and fight what's coming our way. Because what's coming our fucking way, guys, is not going to be fun. And they want us to stay separated on that account, guys. They want us to stay apart from one another, because if we fucking band together, we would be unstoppable. If we stop race baiting, if we stop, oh, white people treat me like this, we would fucking be unstoppable. There would be nothing they can do. Nothing they can do. So, anyway, guys, this is why we got to stop with the racial bullshit. And anybody who starts the racial bullshit, just ignore it. Just ignore it. My relocation status is I got a couple of months now. So, I gotta get out of this financial fucking hole that I got myself into. Not that I got myself into, but something popped up, and now I'm in a financial bind. So, getting out of here is still going to happen. It's just not going to happen where I want it to happen, if that makes sense. And being that my job is back on the table and getting it back, that is a possibility. So now I have to sort of like be careful where I move, if that makes sense, right? So I can't move too far away from the city, but I'll be out of the city. So there is that. Uh, Bakari, how do we unite? We unite by stop being petty. That's the other thing. We unite by looking. We are fighting the same cause. The same cause is going to hit us all the same. That cause that hits us doesn't matter whether you're black, whether they're white, whether they're Indian or Chinese. It don't fucking matter. None of that matters, because when that fight hits us, guys, it's going to hurt. Now, if we band together, we have a better chance at fighting. Stop looking at everything as fucking racist. Stop looking at everything as fucking woe is me, and fucking just band together. Half the white people I know, if not all of the white people I know, are not fucking racist. Do they have their bone to pick with fucking certain race and things that happen? Yes. So do I. So do fucking black folks. So we're all on the same page. We're arguing different fucking points of the same thing, right? Warzone, man, thank you for the donation. Guys, I appreciate the donations. I don't care if it's $1, 99 cents, $50, or 100. It's all the same. You guys are supporting me when you do not have to. When we are in this financial fucking thing going on, you guys do not have to donate to me, but you guys still do. Johnny says all the nice, Johnny. Yeah, listen, guys, we all have our own separate things. White people do shit sometimes. I'm like, why the fuck did they do that? Or say that? Why do they fucking picking their bones? I'm like, why are fucking black people saying this shit and that? Like, yes, we all have our fucking our thing, guys. But nonetheless, when this fight comes, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't even give a fuck at a point if you're gay or transgender. Gay and transgenders need to stop their bullshit. They really need to stop. Like, the new school transgender need to stop their bullshit. Sorry, the old school transgenders and gays, they're jumping on board with this fight. They don't give a fuck about black, white. They know what's coming is going to hurt just the same. We got to fucking get past this, guys. Don't get me wrong. There's still bone to pick with the black community, as far as I know. There's bones to pick with the white community, right? Chinese. We all have our things, but we got to start putting it away. We have to start putting it away and fast. Guys, if they keep us separated, when they attack us, we'll be fucking weakened. That's what it comes down to, because that's what they're doing. They're going to attack us, guys, and then what? We're all in our separate corners, huffing and puffing, going, I don't like them because... It don't fucking matter, guys. What matters is we fight the system, we fight the powers that be. That's what matters. Red Scout, yes, rainbows do belong in the sky. Listen, every time I see a rainbow, I'm like, yay, but that's being my bullshit. My daughter wore a fucking rainbow shirt once, and I fucking said, why does she have that? And my wife was like, calm down. It's just a rainbow, has nothing to do with the LGBT. I was like, I fucking went into a fucking. I was like, oh, and that's what happens when you live in New York. And anytime you see a rainbow, you're like, hey, you just fucking you go after it. And really, it's like it's just a rainbow in the sky, But that's that's my thing to fucking deal with. But whatever. Yes, listen. Yes, Sandra and Adriana. Yes, Latinos too. Everybody. We all need to get together, right? Dominicans need to stop Dominicaning. Irish need to stop Irishing. Black people need to stop blacking. We just need to get the fucking together and be like, yo, that's the enemy. We are not the enemy, guys. Suffice it to say, we are not the fucking enemy. The enemy are the people who are dividing us and keeping us separated. Let's put it like this. Let's go back in history. During the slavery period, the Irish were befriending black folks. They were sitting there going, yo, we're going through somewhat the similar shit. Now, were they Irish slaves? I wouldn't call them slaves. I would call them indentured servants. But nonetheless, they were being treated like shit. And when the Irish and blacks started building somewhat of a loose community together, and they started seeing a bond being built, of course, the powers that be created a divide. They created such a divide, and the Irish started hating black folks. Native Americans started hating black folks because of that divide. And it was the cunningness of fucking slave owners back then is why it happened. So anyway, that's a history that you can dive into down the line. Irish were sold at 5 times less. Yeah, listen, so I'm not going to get into semantics about, like, Irish slavery, but yeah. Tell that to my girlfriend. Nice. Still Out Rise was like, stop blacking. I tell that to my girlfriend. But, yeah, listen, guys, there's a fight coming. And on the Angry Truth, I'm going to talk about Trump's visit to East Palestine, Ohio, and why that was the most important thing he ever did, and why that is possibly going to raise his numbers, in voting. Because the fact that he went there to East Palestine while Mr. Potato Head went to Ukraine was huge. We'll get into that later tonight. Now, guys, again, I'm sorry for fucking going so far off track. We're 26 minutes in, and there's a lot to cover in tonight's live stream. I do apologize for that. Why did somebody say how... you know what? I hate looking over and... Greta. Okay, so before I'm not gonna like break your balls, but crimes against black folks are happening against... Crimes against black people is a thing, but it is not as prevalent as black on black. I'm sorry. The last person that broke into my car wasn't a fucking white guy. The last guy that just shot a fucking kid in the middle of the street wasn't a white guy, and it wasn't a cop. So, yes, to acknowledge that there's crime on black people, from who? From other black folks. I am not worried about a white guy. I'm not worried about a cop. I can go anywhere in this country, and the last two people I'm worried about are a white dude and a cop. I go into Crenshaw, Compton, certain places in Brooklyn, certain places in Harlem, and I'm looking at who the fuck is going to start with me, rob me, break my car, carjack me, right? So black and Spanish are the people I'm worried about, not fucking white folks. Yes, do white folks pull shitty shit? Absolutely. But the last fucking 6 kids that were shot were not shot by cops and were not shot by fucking white people. Sorry to bring that reality to your fucking doorstep, but that's what it is. Anyway, with that, Yardbirds, and that's the other thing. Young people are the fucking problem, actually. Thank you for bringing that up. Young people are a big fucking problem. They're fucking knuckleheads. These motherfuckers don't know how to act. And that's the bigger problem. Young folks. And tweakers. Thank you, L-Rock. The L-Rock. Tweakers are another problem. Drug addicts are a fucking problem. Right? And that's a crime in itself. But I don't want to go down that road. I'd rather save my rant for the Angry Truth channel. I want to cover this bullshit before I get derailed again. Get what I did there? Anyway, corny joke. So, guys, we're going to talk about the Ohio River problem and why it's a bigger situation than what we're being led on to be. Now, you heard me talk about the chemicals and the additives that were in the oil. You heard me talk about the one forever chemical that was in there, not to mention the other chemicals that were on board and got mixed into the... Adriana, I'll give you the link to where I got the shirt later tonight. So with that, guys, yeah, the booze is kicking in. No, the booze is not kicking in yet. Not yet. Maybe it is. Who knows? But again, just look out for the sudden disappearance and the thump on the floor. Or me screaming as I hit my head against the fucking desk here. Anyway, guys. So with that, guys, the Ohio River Basin, like I said before, supplies, or rather, it has a 10% population around it, right? And the Ohio River Basin breaks off into something called 4 basin drains, or 4 drainage basins. From those 14 drainage basins, it goes into major tributaries of the rivers. Now, the tributaries are those little lines that break off and from the drainage, right? So now let's go down the list real quick. It's 9:30. So with that, sorry, I was looking at the chat real quick because the chat on here is fucking weird. All right, guys. So the Ohio River Basin, it touches 6 states: Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. The drainage basin includes 14 states: starting with northeast New York and Pennsylvania. Mid-Atlantic, upper south, Maryland, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia, and North Carolina. Now, North Carolina is the western quarter. In Virginia is the southwest of Virginia. And Tennessee, all but the smaller parts of the extreme west, drains directly into the Mississippi through Tennessee. In Kentucky, it's all but a small part of the extreme west again, drains directly into the Mississippi. West Virginia, all but the eastern panhandle. Maryland, a small corridor along the, I can't pronounce this river, on the western border. It's the Yakachiki River, Yakavisin River, whatever the fuck it's called. In Pennsylvania, it's a corridor southwestern corner of the north central border. In New York, a small area of the southern border along the Allegheny headwater, or along the headwater way of Allegheny in New York. All right, in the Midwest, 80% of the river, 80% of this river is in Ohio, obviously, bails out into Lake Erie and the northwest corner. Indiana, all but the small northern area, and Illinois, southeast of that quarter. Juan Cheeky River. Is that a joke? Sounds like a joke. Juan Cheeky River. It is a joke. Whatever. Deep south, guys. Georgia. That's the far northwest corner. Alabama. That's the northern portion. And Mississippi, the northeast corner. The Ohio Basin. That's the 14 drainage basins in these states. And that's the 14 states that it actually touches. I'm sorry, the 14 drainages that go into these 14 states. Sorry. And then you have the river itself that hits 6 of those states. Now, it supplies the cities that it supplies. It's Pittsburgh, East Liverpool, Ohio, Wheeling, West Virginia, Parksburg, West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia, Ashland, Kentucky, Portsmouth, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Owensburg, Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana, Henderson, Kentucky. I can't pronounce this one. Patchogue, Kentucky, Paducah, whatever, and Cairo, Illinois. Tim Spall says he's in Kentucky. All right, so I'm pretty sure this affects you as well. Listen, guys, this situation is just extremely fucking bad. Now, the major tributaries of the river, this is a long list. I don't know if I want to go over this long list. Initially, when I was writing this out, I was like, oh, this is a good idea. Now that I'm looking at this list, it's fucking long. All right, so bear with me. Allegheny River, the tributaries, guys, those are those little, again, those off branches, little things that you see. If you pull up a map of the Ohio River, it shows you the basins, and then it shows you the tributaries, if I'm saying that right. And the tributaries are like these little branches that reach out into other waterways as well. So let's start from the top. Allegheny River to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Monongahela River in Pittsburgh, Sawmill Run in Pittsburgh, Charters Creek, Pittsburgh, Montour Run, Colorado, Pennsylvania. I never heard of these fucking places. Coronopolis, Pennsylvania. Sorry. Beaver River, Rochester, Pennsylvania. Breezewood Creek, Beaver, Pennsylvania. I never heard of these fucking places. Seriously? Is the Monongahela River? Is that how it's pronounced? Because it's spelled differently here. Whatever. Wheeling Creek, Wheeling, West Virginia. Middle Island Creek, St. Mary, West Virginia. Little Muskinum River, Ohio. Duck Creek, Marietta, Ohio. Again, Muskin River, Marietta, Ohio. No, it was Little Muskin River, Ohio. This is Muskingum River, Marietta. If I'm fucking this up, guys, whatever, bear with me. Little Kongwa River, that's Parksburg, West Virginia. Hawkins River, Hawkingport, Ohio. Kongwa River, Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Whatever the fuck this is, man. Seriously. Um, Guy Guyandode River, Huntington, West Virginia, Big Sandy River, Kentucky, West Virginia border, Little Sandy River, Greenup, Kentucky, Little Skokeo River, Skoto River at Skotoville, Ohio. I'm pretty sure I fucked that up. Um, Kinnock, Kinnock River in Vanceburg, Kentucky. Little Miami River, interestingly enough, in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. Licking River, you're not licking that river anymore. Newport to Covington, Kentucky. Mill Creek, Cincinnati, Ohio. Great Miami River, Ohio, Indiana border. Kentucky River, Carlton, Kentucky. Kentucky. Salt River, West Point, Kentucky. Green River near Henderson, Kentucky. Washab River, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky border. Saline River in Illinois. Cumberland River, Smithland, Kentucky. Tennessee River, here we go. Paducah, Kentucky. Somebody just pronounced it for me. I do, John Poole, that was funny. Sorry it got deleted, but that was fucking funny. Thank you for that one. That was a good one. I knew somebody was going to say that, but thank you for that. And Cache River in Illinois. So, guys, now you can see how this affects way more than what they were leading on. Now, obviously, they're not covering this in the media, and these chemical guys are flowing down these creeks and these rivers. All right, so Paducah. Thank you, Ken Strepp. Thank you, Prebound, and thank you, M. Long, for that. Paducah. Fuck that up. And I'm going to fuck it up again, so don't worry about it. Thank you, though. Washab River. So, again, guys, this is a bigger problem because these chemicals are making their way to these creeks and these rivers. Or if they're not already there, which they probably should have been there a while ago. And this is a fucking problem. This is a big problem. Now, some of you guys might fish out of these rivers, I'm guessing. Some of you are probably hanging out in the rivers in the summertime when it's warmer, obviously. Monongo Gila River. It's Monongo Gila River. Thank you, Christine. Appreciate that. If you guys want to break down the pronunciations that I got wrong, you can also email it to me at angryprepper@gmail.com. That'll help. So I don't sound like I'm having a fucking stroke reading these things. Like, and then my face starts drooping because I'm stroking out trying to pronounce this shit. And it doesn't help that I got this on board, so making it more interesting. But, yeah, so, again, guys, big fucking problem. This is a big to-do, and they're not speaking about this. Now, again, on the Angry Truth tonight, we're going to talk about Trump and his visit. This is fucking alarming because I don't think they could have got ahead of this. I don't think there was any way they could have got ahead of this. Because once it was out, it was out. You can't put this genie back in a bottle, right? It was just too much to... These chemicals probably make it such that I don't even think they can use like a binder to bind them together because they're just that fucking bad. So, again, guys, if you guys are fishing in this, swimming in this, hell, even drinking this, you can't drink it anymore. You can't fish in this anymore. I mean, and if you do fish, I don't think you can eat the fish. If the fish do survive, I don't think you can eat the fish. So, yes, Anna Torres. I think that's another problem. So some of you might start seeing dead fish in your area, or you might start seeing dead fish down the line. This is interesting. This is interesting shit. Listen, and I hate to say this because this is gonna sound so fucking like climate change warrior kind of shit, but we've been warned for a long time that the human race was gonna fuck this planet. And we are. We're absolutely fucking it. And, you know, Native Americans, for example, knew that we were going to fucking scorch this planet. Just by the way we were developing land, by the way we were moving with the industrial age, where we were fucking building factories left and right like it was nothing. Where when these factories were being built, by the way, people were having reactions to the smoke, clearly, right? And the coal. And people, we got used to it, sadly enough. And because when anything's introduced to the environment, anything new is introduced to the environment, the human body has a way of reacting to it. All right, so now we are at a point right now, guys, where we are so fucking the planet, and not even us, but they are. And they're doing this on purpose to keep us in line, to keep us in check. Because where are you going to have to get your water from? Where are you going to get your food from, right? Now, they're poisoning the land so you can't farm. They're poisoning the land so that you can't have any animals, because your animals can't graze off of that, right? And yes, Miss John Johnson, about control. That's what it comes down to. And you're definitely going to depopulate the planet, tinfoil, holy shit, tiara, excuse me. That is definitely about depopulation, because it can't be anything else, guys. It really can't. You can't tell me that all of this shit that's going on, all of this shit that's being done to the land, and again, climate change activists have warned about this for decades. Decades. They said we were going to scorch this planet, and we're doing just that. You know? Thomas Anderson, yeah, thank you for joining me tonight. Yeah, am I that high tonight? Wow, I'm over 1,000 tonight. That is big. That's huge. I haven't been over that number in a long time. Because YouTube was fucking me in my ass. That's why. It's fucking scumbags. Anyway, not the point. The point is, guys, is that we're in trouble. Because if you can't farm and you can't raise animal, what the fuck are we left with? And listen, even bugs are going to be contaminated. So now, again, what are we left with? I don't know, man. I think we're definitely in a dangerous fucking territory, man. Dangerous. I just don't know what to say or do about it. I mean, right now we fucking right now we continue prepping, keep doing what we're doing. Rainwater might be the only thing we can fucking drink, you know, for now. There are forever chemicals in rainwater, though, so you got to keep that in mind. We shall see. We shall see where this goes. So, guys, with that, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. Thumbs down if you are angry at me for whatever reason, because somebody's always mad at me. And thumbs up if you're not. So, that's the other thing, too, with the water. Thomas Anderson, there's no cleaning it. Like, you can't clean this water. You can't do anything with it. People saying, what's it called? Distill it. But you can't. I don't think you could do it with these chemicals. Thomas Anderson, you're right. You know what? I was thinking about going to Ohio to help out, but I don't know where I would begin with helping out. What, pass water around? If that's a thing. I was thinking about doing that, and I was thinking about going there and grabbing some water from one of the lakes and testing it myself. Right? I'm pretty sure I could find a lab that'll test it for me. German Ninja, you know what? If I can get my hands on a reverse osmosis machine or filter system, I would take it out there. I would drive it out there and test it out there and see if it works. Monty says, yeah, so thank you, Monty Martin. Somebody did tell me that. Somebody emailed me that or left a comment in the comment section. They said reverse osmosis can take those chemicals out. So Tina Rogers said the same thing. All right, but I want to test it myself. I still want to grab some water and test it to see if it works. Adriana said it's cheap, $300. All right, so I'm going to get my hands on one, drive it out there and test it. You know, it's not like anybody could fucking send me the water by mail. I wouldn't do that. But, yeah, I would definitely test it. Reverse osmosis system at Lowe's. All right. Now, and get a water testing kit. 64 camper, yes. Water testing kit with the osmosis machine, go out there and test it and see if it works. Simpure is the brand. I'll look into that. Sarita said, reach out to Simpure as well. All right. And somebody, do me a favor, please email me about Simpure later tonight, because I will forget by the time I fucking get off of here. Now I think the whiskey's starting to kick in, so I'm really going to forget. I'm probably going to forget half the shit I said by the end of Angry Truth. So, not saying that I'm going to be streaking by the end of it, but it could get fucking crazy. So, we'll, Adriana, thank you for that. Appreciate it. And everybody's saying Alaskan Prepper talked about it. All right, cool. Guess what? I'm going to test it. So, when I get my hand on the machine, I'll drive out to fucking Ohio and I'll test it out. Fuck it. I got nothing else going on. Might as well. Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it. If I grow a fucking extra head or nub or fucking my dick falls off, I'll blame you guys. I'll be like, well, my subscribers told me to drive out there and drink the water. Maybe not. But, yeah. Alaska Prepper has a discount for Simpure. Okay. All right. I'll contact him or I'll go on his website. But, yeah. No, Karen, whiskey, I'm not that bad. You know, when I get... Okay, so one or two things will happen. Either I'll fall out of this chair or I'll pass out as I'm talking to you guys. I'm not like... I can't be a nasty drunk. I can be a dick. And then I pass out. But I don't get, like, naked or anything like that. It's not that... I ain't that stupid. Imagine... Man, would this channel get kicked off the air if I fucking, like, got drunk and got crazy with, like, started ripping my clothes off and fucking, dancing around nude? That would be fucking bad. Holy shit. I would get rid of my channel after that shit. I'd be like, what the fuck did I just do last night? Did I really do that? So, yeah. No, thank you. I don't get that bad. I just, yeah. I pass out. You'll probably see my head go boom, and that's about it. And then it's like 8 hours of watching the back of my head fucking, stumping around. Jason the Tank is going to. Yeah, they might promote it. They might promote me fucking passing out. Look at this asshole. You know who did that? Snoop Dogg did that. Now he didn't get drunk or anything like that, but he did a live stream and he was like, all right, guys, good night. And he clicked a button and he walked away. So, for whatever reason, the people who were watching his live stream were watching it for the next 12 or 8 hours or something like that, or 6 hours or whatever it was. So he leaves the live stream, he goes to bed, comes back in there to check on something. He goes, am I still on? He goes, holy shit, I'm still on. He was on for 6 hours, and the people who, like, I guess supported his channel were chatting with one another the whole night because he left it on. I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool that I thought it was pretty cool that he thought it was cool. Like, he didn't get mad. He was just like, oh, man, that was some hell of a fuck-up. Johnny 308. Yeah, definitely. Please. Martha Stewart, that fucking stick? Of course she would. She's like, oh, my God, there's a black guy next to me. I'll suck you, and then she went down that road. Oh, okay. All right. Vision. That's a plan, man. That's a good plan. Yeah. All right. That's good. But, yeah, guys, so, again, before I get way too ahead of myself, so reverse osmosis. So here's the thing. Can everybody, $300, man, I don't think a lot of people in that area can afford it. There's got to be a way to get people this reverse osmosis machine. Or have to listen. The government is willing to pay for transgender reassignment. Imagine that. Imagine they're willing to pay for transgender reassignment, and they're willing to pay for abortions, but they won't pay for reverse osmosis machines. Go figure that bullshit. All right. Where are what arms? My arms, they're attached to my body, right here. But yeah, Chuck Norris Gun Club. That's the entire. Yeah, you're right. The entire watershed is polluted. That's fucking bad, man. That's fucking like. Once I started looking in, like when I was talking about, I don't know where the Ohio Basin, the river goes, and you guys are telling me it dumps into Mississippi. It dumps way more than Mississippi. You know, I mean, shit, this is fucking like bad. As I'm reading this list out to you guys, when I was doing the research, I'm like, yo, this is fucking bad. So now, the Ohio drainage basin covers 189,000 square miles, guys. So almost 200,000 square miles. The Ohio drain basin covers. And again, that's part of 14 states in 4 regions. That's a lot of fucking land. That's a lot of people that are not exposed to this shit. So if you guys used to hang out, again, in these rivers or fish, you might not be able to this year. You know? I don't know. Yeah, Caribou, you're one of the people that told me. Jameson, if AP's annoying, keep watching because you're giving me a view, so thank you. Yeah, and I don't know, man. So now everybody in these areas that I listed off need to test the waters now. Everybody needs to. Now, you have EPAs in these states saying, oh, well, the water's fine. You guys got to do the testing yourself with the chem strips. So they do sell chem strips. You can't sell them. And some of them will just tell you that there's a byproduct or a pollution in the water. They won't tell you exactly what it is. So that's the downside of it because the water could be bad to begin with. And if you didn't have a baseline of the water before this happens, it'll be hard to tell. That's another problem, right? So, you know, being that you can get certain test strips might not even work with these chemicals because it might not know what the chemical is. Oh no, Greta was timed out for 300 seconds. What did she say? Was she being an asshole? Or was she still mad at me for my fucking last comment? I hate you. Oh, okay, whatever. That's Greta, behave yourself. And then my mother Spark is going back at her. Very good. No shit. And that's the other thing too. Somebody was talking about issues in Canada. And they were trying to see if it connects to Ohio. But I'm like, the plume was fucking high enough. And the plume was definitely in the air or the jet stream to affect even Canada. Though Canada's pretty far from Ohio, I could see it drifting in that way. Again, that's a problem. So, yes, as far as the reverse osmosis, I'm going to look for the best one. I'm going to look into Simpure, but I'm going to look for the best one on the market as well and see what I can do with that. Again, see if I can purchase one and drive out to Ohio and test it myself. Pretty sure I won't be able to take a bath there for a couple of days, but whatever. And that's the other thing, too. It was in the air, guys. So if it's in the air, wherever the wind path, or the airflow took this plume, was affected as well. Joanne, be careful. Why? Am I going to get beat up, or is the water or the air? Because if it's the air and all that other bullshit, it's already too late for me, man. Save yourself. Too late for me. My fucking body is like ruined, and not ruined, but I got probably all kinds of chemicals in there and shit brewing. It's too late for me. But I still want to give it a shot and see what they say. Hopefully they'll let me in. They might not even let me in, but we'll see. Any news of... Kathy, why would there be news of Rhode Island, Connecticut, and Mass? I know that there was soot in Connecticut, and people would think it was the byproduct of the Ohio incident, but why Rhode Island and Mass? Is that because of the airflow? I'm curious. Andrea, yes, Kentucky's water is affected by this as well. The chat is way too fast. I do apologize. Listen, guys, I'm sorry. Normally, I don't have this many people on. So, normally it's like 500, and I can keep the chat at a default. But when a lot of people show up, the chat just shoots by. So I do apologize for that. I will fix it next time because we only got 5 minutes left. So put your speed reading glasses on and keep up. But other than that, next time moving forward, I will fix the chat. Because it is moving super fast, like even for me. Sometimes I can catch shit, but this is this is fast. I do apologize for that. Sorry. Don't punch me in the fucking face. I apologize. All right, guys. So in a couple of minutes, we're gonna head over to the Angry Truth channel. We're gonna talk about a lot of shit. I might be a little more annoying in that one. Whoever said I was annoying before, I'll be a little more annoying in that one. So keep your fucking panties on and your tampons in, whatever it is. And we're going to talk about the state of affairs and how Biden pretty much smacked America in the face by ignoring what's going on in Ohio. That's a big fucking problem. Look up Times Beach, Missouri. Dan Rose, email me that. Listen, guys, if you want me to look something up, you have to email me this because I'm telling you right now, I will forget by the time I got so many other things on my mind. You gotta remind me through email. And even then, some of the emails are going to fucking so. Right, I heard there was something in Tennessee, right? There was that Tennessee thing was very suspicious. People like that has never happened there, at least not to my knowledge. The uranium place, that's where they first tested the atomic bomb, or where they built it anyway. Either one or the other, and that was fucking strange. And now I think that was, listen, I'm telling you, in my gut, man, I think it was this is sabotage, what we're watching. Russian sabotage. And I went over why it was, or why I think it was, because of that Special Forces guy, Jack Murphy. Dan Rose, angryprepper@gmail.com. Jim Lang, no, I don't want a spam and cheese sandwich. Why? Tennessee was hacked. Yeah. Listen, guys, a lot of bad shit there. No uranium was harmed in the fire. Thank you, Matt Chat. Thank you for joining me tonight, and thank you for that update. You don't scan right. No soup for you. Yeah, but Walter, yeah, so I heard about China and Russia. China was supposed to get with Russia a year ago. Then I heard that they were teaming up. Then I heard that they weren't. But I don't know. We have to wait and see. Yeah, what was that comment? Yeah, usually. Yeah, guys, so fuck. This fucking app blows dick, dude. Seriously. The one I'm using for here, the chat thing sucks. It's terrible. Greta was timed out again. So lame. Greta, grow up. Nobody wants to hear it. Greta's so mad. Listen, Greta, why are you so mad? Grow the fuck up. Seriously. A lot of us know about the Bible and the shit that's going on and how it coincides with what's going on. We know that already. You stating it is not going to get you any faster to heaven, so let it go. Other than that, guys, is it 10 o'clock yet? It is. I'm going to head over to the Angry Truth channel. Try to be more annoying on that channel than I am here. Half of you, I will see half of you there, and the other half of you I will see maybe Tuesday night, maybe not. I don't know yet. I might not be in New York, so we shall see. But I'll definitely catch you guys Wednesday and next Thursday for sure. All right, guys. Other than that, see you guys again. See half of you at the Angry Truth, and see the other half of you next week. Thank you.